So it has officially been 2 years since I bought this car, and I just wanted to make a video going through how much I spent on the car in the past 2 years and all the other expenses that I had with it. So if you guys don't know, I have a 2016 Dodge Challenger RT that I bought in June 2020. And if you want to know how much I paid for the car, I'll actually leave a link down below in the description for the video explaining how much I paid for it. But in this video, I just wanted to go through all the different mods that I've done to the car and all the other expenses that I had to make owning a car like this. So for starters, the first mod that I've done to my car was actually getting a window tint for it. I ended up going with 35%, which is the legal limit here where I live, and I find that it really changed the look of the car and just makes it look a lot meaner, and the tint really helps with the sun, especially during the summer. So for the window tint of the car, that was $110 Canadian. The second mod that I did to my car was actually wrap the spoiler black. So when I actually got the car, it came all blue and the spoiler was blue as well. And I went to a shop to get it wrapped, I think within the first 2 or 3 weeks that I got my car. And it really helps show that there's a spoiler on the car, because before you could barely see it. For that mod, that was $160 Canadian. For the next expense or mod that I did to my car, it was actually buying some winter tires for it. Since I daily drive the car all year long where there's snow, I had to get some winter tires, and I didn't want to cheap out on them, so I got some really good ones with really good reviews, and it cost me $1,750 Canadian. Then my next mod on my car was actually this K&N cold air intake. I also got that mod within the first 2 or 3 months that I had the car, and I don't regret it at all. It really helps make the engine bay look somewhat different from factory. And this used to be red and it's a little dirty, so I'll have to clean it. But yeah, this mod was $300 US and it was around $400 Canadian. Next up, we have the first interior mod that I did, which was adding the carbon fiber accents on my steering wheel. For that mod, I actually got it from my mom for Christmas, so it didn't cost me anything. But I think those go for like $60 Canadian, and I really like the look of it. Even though it's fake carbon fiber, it really makes it look a lot better than what it used to be before with a cheap looking silver plastic on the steering wheel. So yeah, that's definitely a mod that I'd recommend doing to just change the interior a bit. And that's something you see while driving your car every day, so why not do it? Next up, we got my wheels. So I got some Demon replica wheels for my summer set of tires. And with those wheels, I actually got some TPMS sensors. So for the wheels and the sensors, it was $1,335 Canadian. If you want to know more on those wheels, I've made a video on it, so make sure to check it out after. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but for most of the mods that I did on my car, I actually have some videos going into more specifics for pretty much everything that I did on the car. So if you want to know more on it, just make sure to check out my channel and all my other videos. Next up, we got my Dynomax raised bullets. So those are basically to replace the mid mufflers, which you can see I have in my trunk. And I did that because I had ordered a full catback exhaust and it took way too long to receive it. It actually took a year, so I decided to just go with the Dynomax raised bullets to get a little bit more sound from the car, since the stock Challenger RT exhaust on the 2016 makes like no noise. That mod really wasn't too expensive. It actually cost me $300 for the Dynomax raised bullets plus the installation combined. So really not that bad. And this brings me to the next mod, which is my full catback exhaust system. So what I went for is a Flowmaster Outlaw catback exhaust. I made a video on it, so if you want to know more about it, make sure to check it out. But yeah, that exhaust cost me $1,296 Canadian plus $173 for the install. Next up, we got my Firestone Firehawk Indy 500 tires that I got for my car. I did that mod to get some wider tires for the car, and for all 4 tires, it cost me $1,073 Canadian. And those are all the mods that I have done on my car. So for the total of all the mods, it was that amount. I didn't do the math yet, so when I edit this video, the amount will be showing up somewhere on the screen here. But other than the mods, there's other expenses with the car, and I'm just gonna go through them pretty quick like I did with all the mods. So for some of the other expenses that I had to do to maintain the car, one of them was replacing the wipers, which was $56 Canadian. Another one was with that one time that I got a check engine light and I decided to replace the gas cap, which was $10 for the gas cap. Then to fix the actual engine light and the whole problem, that was $539 Canadian. And the last expense, which is the biggest expense that you have to do with the Dodge Challenger RT, it's gas. And I think for the past 2 years combined, I spent over $5,000 to $6,000 in gas. So yeah, those are all the expenses that I had to do with owning my Dodge Challenger RT for the past 2 years. And the grand total is that amount that I put on the screen here. So if I had to do the math rapidly, I think it'd be like maybe like $10,000 or more than $10,000. But yeah, not really cheap. So thanks everyone for watching. If you want to know how much I paid for my car, make sure to check out the video that's either on the screen or linked in the description down below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I'm planning on doing a lot more things with the car, so stay tuned. Thanks everyone. Have a good one.